Hello, I'm Carla the Fobbit, and welcome back to another day of our Baton Run in 7 days. Thank you to all of my viewers who voted unanimously for us to continue this run. I'm so excited because that means I get to complete the HORDE base and decorate this base. Also, I haven't even touched a stun baton, and I'm still running around with a tier 2 pipe machine gun. There are a lot of things left to accomplish in this run before we move on to another one. Through these doors behind me, there is a HORDE base. So this episode is all about the building of the HORDE base. It is a lot longer than what I usually put out, but there was a lot to build. I want to give a shout out to my husband, Tech Guy, because he did help me with the design to this base. So I hope you enjoy this episode. I know I really had a lot of fun making it. I am a builder at heart. I don't mind bashing a zombie here and there. I think I've said that before, but my heart is truly in the building part of survival games. So once again, thanks for stopping by. I really hope you enjoy the episode and have a great night. Hello, I'm Carla the Fobbit, and we are back on 7 days to fight another day. So Jen has told us that we need to take it easy after our brush with death yesterday. So we are going to hang around the base today and work on building our HORDE base so that we have better protection for the next HORDE. And just so everybody knows, I did learn a very valuable lesson yesterday. I definitely need to use more caution when I go in to clear out an infested location. So we're going to learn from our downfall and make ourselves better. But like I said, Jen said we have to take it easy. She's got us on some drugs. So we'll just hang out and build. Let's see what we need here. Grab all of these. Now, I am not sure. I cannot remember exactly. That's my emergency. Exactly how much I told you about these shapes. They are window, store, one-sided, bulletproof, full. I have not been able to find them in the shapes that we have listed to make. So I went, well, actually, I didn't have to go out anywhere. I actually copied them from, let's run around here, from these windows. Let's get one that I'm not right up on. These windows. And we have glass in our options, but this glass will upgrade as far as any other block will. So if we're upgraded to concrete, for example, it will still look like this, but it will be the same strength as concrete as long as you upgrade it. So we copied it from here, all the pieces except for this one, because it's a centerpiece with nothing around it. We just had to go right down the street to copy that one. Window, store pane, bulletproof. Now let's take this off, half of those, so that I don't make any mistakes. So if we look in here, no, let's type in window. And these are the only windows we get, and they will not upgrade as far as those will. Let's go into windows. And I'm just making sure that maybe I didn't overlook window, store, one-sided, full, but it's not bulletproof. I wonder if you could make it in the forge. Let's go take a look at that. Just out of curiosity. No, we're very limited on what we can make in here, because I thought bulletproof. Bulletproof glass. So maybe if we made a bulletproof glass block, that's where it would be. What do we need in there? Clay, iron, stone, sand, and lead. You know, it would definitely be worth taking a look at. So let's throw in some stone, sand, and lead. Let's speak. 11 stone. Use some lead, which we need to cook up anyway. And also, let's go ahead and start cooking up our brass. And we need a little bit of sand. Let's science this out. Put you there. How much sand do we need? 123, huh? Wow. All right, we'll give that a few minutes. And then we'll check that out. Maybe that's going to be the answer. In the meantime, let's get some more concrete mix going. Excellent. All right, that's going to take a few minutes. We're definitely going to need some more wood in there. All right, now we'll let that go, see what happens there. Leave those blocks just as they are. I can take some of you. And let's go ahead and build us up another 100 of these. I'm very excited to see what happens with this build. I'm really, really excited. Oops, over here, not out there. Ah. This is appropriate for yesterday, but not for today. Today is a happy day. So let's see, we did one. Well, I did the windows. Yeah, absolutely. It'll look better one higher. Let's get up here. We want everything one higher than we already have. Turn these back to basic blocks. Now we want to be 5 up. Let's see if we can do this. We'll just build us a little bit of a walkway. And building is not the most riveting content. I understand. Some people like it though. Some people like it. So I'm going to leave in as much as I can and try to remember to run my mouth while I'm building. Which you'd think would be much easier for me than it is, because I do have a lot to say, whether anybody wants to hear it or not, but sometimes I get so focused on the building that I forget to talk. All right, let's see if we can get down here without injuring ourselves further. And get started with the basic structure. And that's not a problem. Anybody that comes around, they'll just come up here and we'll take care of them. Didn't I make a bunch of blocks? Oh, they all went there. Interesting. Yeah. Well, where are you making all that noise? Oh. Okay, back to business. And I'm going to try to stay patient and block it all out and then decide from there what we're going to do. So let's see. We know the door will go here. I do want to be able to see, but for sure that around the door. Windows there. The part that I'm really not completely sure about is this back here. First of all, I cannot believe that a zombie was able to, I guess they ran out on this and jumped. So if I had put this forward a little bit more, but I am not tearing it down and starting all over again. However, if we had put it forward a little bit more, we would not have had to worry about zombies jumping. But the biggest thing is the zombie that made the leap from here to there did not see this as a walkable path. He just happened to glitch out to here and was able to jump because it's only 3 here, I guess. I thought if it was over 2, they couldn't jump, but you live and learn. You live and learn. However, like I said, the most important thing is this does not look like a path. That zombie did not view it as a path, which means they won't be coming up into our base or trying to come up from behind us out of our base to get over to here. And that was the most important part about this. I wanted to protect our base, but still have access to it if I needed anything in an emergency. And like I said before, to keep from having to run all the way around, I'm going to break this out, and I'll probably do this breakout off camera. Throw in a door here, and then we'll be able to run in. If I forget something, boom, we'll be right here. All right, so back to building. This is the part I'm not sure about. I think I'm going to take this out. But then, this is not going to be at a corner. We'll just have to make it look, it'll be a little bit different. But this is all going to come out. We don't need this. If we want to stop them from beating back here, we can just come out on this walkway and shoot them from here. All right, so that's decided for sure. Next, let's put up some windows. This is what I'm very excited about. So we need the bottom corner. This one. Oh. You know, I need to run in and grab my hammer, and that way if I do that again where I'm not paying attention to somebody beating, see, and this thing is wonderful, see? Oops, I'll be able to shoot them and make them stop beating on my base. Now, where was I? Throw all these out. So what I'm doing right now is just a bunch of flipping and placing. Not much to see here. I am working on taking these out quickly because I needed to run in here, check on this forge, and it's just driving me crazy to run around. And thanks to the Fun Pimps adding in double doors, since this is an even numbered wall, we no longer have to look awkward and put the door off to one side or the other. Let's take a look at this for science purposes. What options? No. So that doesn't give us the option either. Just squirt this into there. Well, it was worth a look. And the door is ready. Let's see about going ahead and putting that in. I think it looks fantastic this way. This is the way we're leaving it. I like the way it looks from the outside. When I was trying to place it the other way to where it would open up into this, which would look better opening, this was behind this black trim here. I did not like that. I think this looks better. All right. Now, back to what we were doing. Oh, yeah. So I used up all of my blocks for the corner pieces. Did not pay attention to what I was doing once again. So, copy that shape again. And this time, there. All right, so back to work. Twisting, turning, and placing blocks. I believe that is all of our corner pieces. So now let's do our top trim. And there's our trim. Once again, just a bunch of turning. So basically, I just flip this piece. And whenever I get the one that I need, I just run around and squirt it in. And we are going to need to do advanced for this also. That didn't take very long to do the sides. Now we need to just hit this until it flips for the top and the bottom. Wrong side. Run over here. The putting in these glass panes is a little bit tedious because you have to do a lot of flipping, but when you're doing all the sides, you can see right here, if I would have done all of this at one time, it would have gone a lot faster. When I was working on these front windows, I was only trying to do these. And, well, we just had moments before HORDE started, so I was going a little bit, crazy then. All right, now back in, and we need the clear glass. Pick up, leave 2 behind just in case. Flip it till it's where we need it. There we go. And I believe that that is it. It is. Now, these glass panes can be picked up just like these blocks until you upgrade them, because that's all they are, is the building blocks. Work that right back in there. Now, let's see what we're going to do next. Oh, how far out? Just a moment to contemplate, how much do I want trim up there, or do I want it open? Let's do it open and see what we think of it. All right, so we're going to use our scaffolding ladder once again. We're going to flip it around until it goes to the top. And I want it that way. Personal preference, really, it doesn't matter which way you put this. The reason I want it that way is because I'm also going to do some out there. And I'm doing this so that it takes up the space coming down. That way I can sit things on top of it. I can get my SMG turrets at the top without having any issues here, in case I want to sit them on top of this. That does create a little bit of an issue for my storage box, but I'll fix that later. Let's see what we think of that. Because the other way would be to put some blocks as a trim, but then there would hardly be any openings. So what this is going to be for is to shoot vultures until we have an SMG turret set up there. And we need access to the roof also. And now for up here for the top. Let's see, how is this going to be easier to do? Probably to go down here. Bam. So to keep, that's a little bit higher than what we normally do. And this is why we do this in the blocks so that we can pick them up. All right, I will be right back. I'm going to do a quick, oh, I didn't do any of my repairs. I'm going to do a quick, oh yeah, can't jump up there. Quick change and bring you right back in. And this is why we do the blocks that we can pick up so that we can do switches like this without issues. Okay, the switch has been made out. All I did was take off the entire top layer and bring these down. I like to have a trim above windows and doors, and because I'm used to the top being a solid block, I was thinking I needed to go up one higher in order to do that. But I don't, because I'm doing these ladders, you still get to see this block. And it is for nothing else other than I feel like it looks better if you have this trim up here. I just like the trim better, especially when you're dealing with windows. Now, back up to the top again. And this will look the way it should. So it's going to be one up. This is, as usual, let me go in here because I know that I have problems speaking and making blocks. We'll just do 100. We'll need them eventually, I'm sure. Now let's come out. So these are to keep spiders from jumping up on top of the base. And another bonus to this, which is why I'm making it larger than it needs to be. Here we go. 3 ought to be good and safe. I'll be able to walk out onto this during Horde night if things start to get really ugly down there. Let's say for some reason they take this down and they can't get to me. I can come out all the way onto this and throw down pipe bombs and things like that. Or if we start getting so many zombies and they start accumulating there. And then eventually, if we're on this map long enough, we can always dig a pit. And that way they have something to fall into. And we'll be able to throw pipe bombs and Molotov cocktails, which not a big fan of molly. I mean, I love mollies. I'm just not a big fan of me when I'm throwing mollies. You know, I, for some reason, you know, catch myself on fire a lot. But things will fall through this. We'll be able to throw the pipe bombs down. We can build a pit down here eventually. It's a lot of ways to make this base better as you progress through the zombie hordes and their increase in strength. All right, so let's get back up to the top so that we can start putting more rails on. Because now we can shoot down through here, and that's helpful. So the top part, I really don't need to do this part. because it's just me. But if you're playing with somebody else, what I'm about to do will be helpful if your bases are near each other. So what I have found out on multiplayer play is that we are able to have two bases reasonably close to each other, because the problem we used to have when we would have we would do one horde fighting area, and we would have our fighting spaces separated by 1 or 2 blocks. And then a lot of times, one person would get all the zombies and the other person would just be standing there twiddling their thumbs. Which is all right, because as the zombies get stronger, then the person who's twiddling their thumbs can be repairing or pulling out their weapon and shooting some zombies at a distance to kind of take some out so that your base isn't taking as much of a hit. At that time, I had not thought of this. So now that we have this, if we were to build our bases together, one person could be pegging off the zombies that are trying to tear into the base. And then the other thing was, when one person would run out of stamina, the other person could jump in and help out. However, we did another horde base where we had 2 different fighting positions, and the other fighting position was a few blocks off to the side. Of course, the same thing happened. One person would see more of the zombies than the other person. And I apologize, I know this is wordy, but this may help you if you are into multiplayer. And I highly, highly recommend multiplayer. I love playing this game, and it's all right to play it by myself. But I absolutely love the interaction with other people. You've seen my multiplay with Madman's Playground. That is just so much fun to do. So we had the bases built out from each other, and there was a doorway coming directly out of the building. There was a wall. We just stood actually at the door. Not sure if I'm explaining this right. So basically we fought from here, and the other person would fight from here. And we found that the same thing happened as if we were standing side by side in the exact same fighting area. One person would end up seeing more of the zombies. It's no fun if you're the person twiddling your thumbs. So we had the idea of completely blocking off our bases from each other. Make the zombies think that they could not access one base from the other, because that's what we discovered was happening. Is my zombies were going to Tech Guy's base, or Tech Guy's zombies were coming to my base, because they thought that they could get through our fighting position and be able to get around to Tech Guy, or get through his fighting position and get around to me. So what we did was we put a wall, easier kind of to show. So where I was fighting here, Tech Guy was fighting there. We built a wall, and we don't know if the layers made a difference, but I was completely walled in. We actually did a triple layer wall. And so there was no way to get to the main part of the base except through a door here. And outside of that door, we put this invisible walkway to go from that door to a door into the main base. After that, because the zombies did not see a way to get to him through my area, or to me from his area, we ended up getting an even amount of zombies, even though we were not, and I believe we thought that we had to be 100 blocks apart. So even though we were not far enough apart, we were still, it still seemed like we were getting our own hordes. So, that being said, the next time we built, we did this invisible walkway out, and he was just, I don't know, somewhere between 5 and 10 blocks away. But with this invisible walkway, it didn't look like you could get through one HORDE base and get to the other. So we both had our own zombies. The problem with that is we were enclosed in, and so we couldn't see what was going on at the other person's base. And you know, you always hear a lot of beating and you're like, what's going on? What's going on? So with these windows, we're going to be able to see what's going on at the other person's base. So anyway, my next plan was I did build so that I could come and stand on top of my base, and I built rails right here. Then I could come and see what was going on at his base and shoot down on them. And that has led me to expand on that. And now I have these so I can defend my own base when I'm playing by myself. Because it doesn't do me any good for somebody to have a way to defend my base from the top up here if I'm playing by myself. So that's where all of this came from. All right, next thing we're going to do will be some rails. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to put this all the way around? I don't think I'm going to do that because I can see from the bottom. I think it's fine. I don't think I'm going to put these all the way around. I am going to do some decoration though. So let's do that. What I am placing up right now is your basic ramp block. I set it to advanced turning so that we can angle it just like that. And this is strictly for aesthetics. There's no other reason for me to do this. It's just because I feel like the base needed a little bit of something there. And now I have to remember what the name of the block is that goes there. That what I want? Yeah, I mean, that's what makes sense there, isn't it? And then let's get a better look at it. I think that's good. So now this. All right, as I'm taking this down, I am really hoping that it is not going to cause a structural failure. That everything should be okay. Please let everything be okay. Woo. All right, so what we're going to put under here, because I just don't think that looked good, is a plate. Or a quarter cube. That might actually do it. Let's see. Set it to spin around so we can get it up a little bit thicker than I want it to be. Let's just take a look at it though. Can we? Probably not. I mean, I guess that gives more substance. Because we could put a plate and then it would match up with the scaffolding ladders. But you know what? I am not unhappy with that. I think it gives it a little bit more substance. Unless we can find... Pick that up. Let's just in case... Let's just see if there's anything else. Bear with me. It does take me a minute to build things. I do get off on a Little bit of a tangent. You know, maybe something that looks like it's actually supporting. Why not? There, if we do that, then it actually looks like it has some support. Yeah, I think I like that. All right, let's see what we're going to end up doing on the corners then. Let's go ahead and do this other side. This one's a little bit scarier. If this all falls down, I'm going to have to rebuild the whole thing. Okay. All right, let's see. So this is going to require something completely different. What do we think of that? All right, so I used an outside full corner and I inverted it. I think I like that. It's a little bit difficult to say. I'm going to have to make it a little bit more solid to know. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's something I can live with. I like it. I think that's a keeper. Ah, look at that deer. Oh, goodness. That deer is an acrobat. All right, I'm going to go ahead and toughen these up because we're going to for sure keep them. And since they'll be holding up everything else that we're doing, let's go ahead and make them a little bit more trustworthy. So I've got a little bit more that I want to do to the top. And then we'll take a look at it and decide. Oh yeah, let me finish this too. And we just dawned on another day, but we are going to take today off also. I believe Jen gave good advice when she said to take it easy for a couple of days. I am in complete agreement. I think I picked the wrong shape. I did. Here, there. Set it for advanced turn. Put in our corner piece. Set this up. Advanced turn again. Now I guess the next question is, what do we do here? I think we're going to put in corner pieces here also. I like it. I'm so far happy. I think it's living up to my vision. Down with you, sir. Down with you. Aha. And paint. Now, once we start painting it, that will go a long way. So, another goal that we need to have is to get that chemistry bench up and running. I mean, we can make, as long as we get a beaker, we can make paint in the campfire. We just make half as much, but it's cheap, so I don't think that really is an issue. I don't think that's quite right. Oh, it was. That's what happens when you can only half see things. There. All right, let's take a look around. See if it's... I like it so far. I do. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Now, I wonder, do I have any stones on me? I do. Can we, out of curiosity, since we're going back up anyway, I know, you're wondering what I'm thinking. Before I finish the top, can we throw things? We can. Good. So I'll be able to throw pipe bombs through here if, for some reason, zombies should start bunching up. I should be able to throw a pipe bomb down there, too. All right, so back up to the top. Now, the next step is to make this Carla-proof. For those of you who don't know, why is there a snake on my property? Oh, I cannot. Yeah. You. And because I don't believe in wasting, go on down and harvest it. You don't really need the meat, but like I said, I don't believe in wasting. But, ew. Can't tell you how much that just freaks me out, even though it is a game. Maybe. I think I'm going to put some quick access out here also. That way, if I'm coming in hot on a horde night, I don't have to go all the way around. I mean, it's not that bad. Just up there and through here. All right, now back to where we were. Carla-proofing the base. And by that, I mean making it so that I won't fall off. And you can do rails or bars, whichever one you prefer. I can't remember if you can repair anything through either one of those. So I have these coming to the inside, which is fine because I have this, I can do the SMGs like right here instead of worrying about making sure everything's to the outside, because then I don't like the way it looks because it'll be sticking out off of our platform. This is what we've got. This is the top. It leaves us space so that we can put SMG turrets. We won't be able to put them on that block, but we'll be able to put them on this block. One on each corner if we should decide to do so. Or maybe one, yeah, I think it'll be one in each corner. One aimed that way and one aimed over out that way. Let's take a look at this from the bottom and decide if this is what we want. And if it is, then we're going to solidify it. So let me go ahead and take these out so that we can get a good look at the place completed. Well, that's silly. I want to come out here and start with this one, don't I? Pardon me. I'm going to break these blocks apart and sip some coffee. It almost looks like some silly creature with crazy hair when you look at it. But, you know, that adds character. And it'll also look a lot better. Like I said, we still have to solidify it and paint it. And now the back, because it kind of does end up being a little bit blunt right here, but I think that's... All right, let me try something. Once again, this is what takes me forever to build because... Ooh, no, not what I wanted to do. There we go. Gotta be just right, and it could just use a little something. back here. Go down and look at that and see that look moike. Wow. The words, they don't come as easy to some as they do to others. Does that make it look better? Does it make it look a little bit more finished back there? I think we're going to go with it. I think it looks a little bit awkward right now, but I think once we upgrade it, it's going to look better. And then if we can pick the right paint tones for it, I think that will really, truly top it off. So I am going to begin the upgrade process. Let me show you this. If you remember correctly, we had one of these paint stripes right here where this step is. And so we could not put in this corner step. I tried to beat it out. I tried everything. It would not come out. So I did have to cheat. I went into the creative menu and I got out a dev tool. Is it a block digger or something like that? I'll have to double check the name. Anyway, basically what I did, because I could not blast, I tried to blast that specific block and it wouldn't. So I blasted the block under it and all the blocks around it, and it finally just fell and gave way. So then I filled everything in with cement blocks, and I was finally able to put a stair up here. Now, yes, I went into creative menu, but I can tell you right now that I don't consider it cheating when there is a glitch in the matrix, so to speak. I was just simply correcting that glitch and then filling the space back in. Then I made this block myself and upgraded it. So that's how we now have a stair there. So we don't have to completely rebuild our base around a glitched block. However, we do still have to take this one out to make everything look better. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to start, I'll do repairs and upgrade. And I'm going to take that one learning elixir that I finally remembered to buy for getting extra XP while I'm upgrading. So here's what I was telling you about these blocks, which I think I told you on Horde Night, but I'm sure a lot of what I said on Horde Night got jumbled in with the, oh my God, you're still building while fighting the Horde. So we can take these blocks. Right now you can pick them up just like they are a regular block. It's wood. It's cobble. And if you hit it, see, it has the same strength as cobble. And when we when we upgrade to cement, then it will have that durability also. Good. All right, so that is the dawn of another day, and we have spent 2 days working on this. There's just a couple more things I want to do to it before Horde, and then the rest will just be gravy. So I think we can call this a ready for Horde base. The little things I'm going to do will be a couple of chests. As a matter of fact, we really do need to put in the chest right now. Let's go ahead. Bear with me. I know I'm wasting some time that we could be out having a good time. There we go. Open it up. Boom. Now, let's put in this door. where we want it. I forgot our block up there. Let's do that really fast. That's what I keep saying. I keep saying I'm getting off, but you know, there's always just that one more thing that needs to be done. And another block. And we could face a horde right now. No issues. Oh, wow. I feel so much better. We are going to be so much safer for the next horde. And I am going to do some more upgrading of the cobble material. We have stuff to do, but I don't want to waste all of our time. Because we have a day ahead of us now that we've taken our 2 days off that Jen recommended, that we can get out there into the world and have some fun. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and end this for now. But before we do, let's go down here, hopefully without breaking anything. Take a look at what we have accomplished. 2 more days of building. Look at that. True, it still looks extremely crude. I'm going to go ahead and fill in those last 2 blocks. But imagine it painted. Just picture in your head some paint. Not even sure exactly what it's going to be painted, how we're going to paint it out, but a horde base that has a roof, so we have buzzard protection. It's a good thing. It is beautiful. I'm loving it. Thank y'all for coming by today. And thanks to everybody who voted and gave me the chance to do more work on this horde base. We will finally have a horde base with a roof. And you know what? I like it. This may be my go-to horde base for the future. I mean, I may play around and do some other things, but if it ain't broke, people, don't fix it. I think this is going to work out fantastically. Oh, it's going to be great. Uh-oh. Oh, I need to get off of here. It's a very small wandering horde, right? There's nothing else to it. Because I think if it's just that small, we're just going to log out, let it go by. Yeah, it's small. Yeah. We are going to let it go by so that we can log off for today. And that way we still have some daylight left when we log back in to go and have some fun. So thanks for coming by. Thanks for sticking with me through this horde base build. I hope that you enjoyed it. Zombie bashing is fantastic, but my heart truly is in the building of things. And I cannot wait to paint and see how this turns out and then get started on this area over here, making it into a cozy little house. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching. All of y'all are just fantastic. Keep the comments and all the information and the recommendations and anything that you want to see coming. All right, y'all have a great night and thanks for stopping by.